Okay. There we go. Da dee 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 dee. Psych. All right, let's do this. Let's make this change over here. And hi there. It's me. It's your old friend Tobias here with another show for another week because I know that I'm going to be working here for another week. I have changed things just a little bit. I moved the camera up and back a little. I moved myself back and moved the microphone in closer. So, theoretically, this is all going to work. Oh, I am, of course, on the wrong screen because I'm a ninny. There we go. You know, it's not really a Troubadork show unless I've made at least one glaring technical error. Where the K stands for quality. Oh, man. So, yeah, we're here for another week, and we'll see how that goes. And eventually, when we return to, quote, normal, we'll probably try and do something on the weekends. And we'll see, probably a week afternoon kind of thing, because lots of people have evening things they want to do, and a lot of people have afternoon things that they don't have. So why not? What the heck? Hey, Chris. NK. Chris Stellick is one of my sea dogs, my former sea dogs. The stains never really come out, no matter how hard you scrub. Let's get it going, shall we? Oh! I did tune earlier, but I'm going to tune again because I continue to like you folks. My real goal here is to try to figure out what tempo I'm playing this song at so that I don't drive myself completely insane. 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Possums in a trench coat come to tea. They sit right at a table like you and me. Do they want another biscuit? Better give them 3, 'cause they're not really a guy. There's 6 possums in a trench coat. Possums in a trench coat go to town. They got themselves an Uber, couldn't flag it down. The driver wouldn't stop, no, he just kept on going 'cause he didn't want to drive. 6 possums in a trench coat. Possums in a trench coat see a show. Do you give them just one seat or the entire front row? Do the possums in the middle just peek out through the buttons? Man, I got so many questions for 6 possums in a trench coat. Bridge! Possums in a trench coat on a date. Got there 20 minutes early, couldn't stand to be late. Everything turned out to go much better than expected, 'cause her date turned out to be 6 possums in a caftan. Possums in a trench coat. Possums in a trench coat. Possums in a trench coat. 6 possums in a caftan. Yeah. I always enjoy doing that one. Hello, Rellie and Richard, you made it. Fantastic. Thank you for joining me on this continual expedition into what will people actually watch. I mean, really. I said this to people when I was doing the Magic Act. Don't you folks have any standards? Okay. By the way, interesting note here. You'll notice that during Possums and a couple of other songs where I'm kind of doing that funk groove, there are moments when I just take my hands off the strings entirely for the chord. So it's like this is one of the... That is not actually a mistake. That's an actual chord. That chord, according to the ukulele chords cheat sheet, is A minor 7. So, A minor 7. Weirdly, according to said aforementioned cheat sheet, A minor 7, B minor 7, C minor 7, and then D minor 7 just goes and screws it entirely up, because then you gotta go, like, get your hand weird. I love the ukulele because there are so many ways to cheat on good chords. That's one of the reasons why I love the A 7th chord, A minor, C, C7. These are all one-finger wonders. Which isn't bad, especially for a guy who has dubious talent. Oh my goodness, I feel good. I feel much better. It's been an interesting weekend. We got a lot done, again. We've been doing things in this house because, well, we're here. And this is the last house I'm going to remember moving into. Full stop, we're done. I am not moving anymore. If I'm moving somewhere, I'm being carried somewhere. Amy has the same opinion. So, yeah, roll her out on a gurney. Head first, feet first, does not matter. I want to do this one next because I really am enjoying John Barleycorn. And it is a song that I first learned literally at the feet of the Jolly Beggar, because their stage was about that high off the deck. And I was sitting on a hay bale, like, oh. And I really like it. I really like the fact that it works for me. There are a lot of songs that are in this weird range where I kind of have this bizarre, like, vocal and verbal blind spot or just mess up. I'm going to turn this off before anyone sends me anything work-related anymore, because I am not at work anymore. Yes, I'm working on multiple screens. This is not a professional organization. Why do you ask? The whole point. That's why it says, you know, the Troubadork motto is, I am not very good at this. John Barleycorn I really like, and it's the rhythm is really nice. The biggest goal is to keep it simple on this song, because there's a lot of times when, especially if you're accompanying yourself with a stringed instrument, you want to fill the empty space with, look, I know chords! And you don't have to with some songs, and this is one of those songs. I mean, heck, Jolly Beggar did it entirely a cappella, accompanied only by one small tambourine. So, John Barleycorn to the sea's gone down in a ship both bold and new, the thirstless lake of Captain Drake and all his loyal crew, to venture brave through wind and wave, the Spaniard for to halt. And though he die of Spanish grape, he'll live as English malt. So we'll strike him down and we'll bind him round, and we'll serve him worse than that. We will grind his bones between two stones, and we'll bung him in a vat. Then we'll drink his health in nut brown ale, and we'll raise our glasses high. For before that he can live again, John Barleycorn must die. John Barleycorn to the courtin's gone, all dressed in fine array, in pewter clad from toe to head, to win a lady gay. The poetry that he declaims will stand him in good stead, for the ladies there all do declare they love it more than bread. So we'll strike him down and we'll bind him round, and we'll serve him worse than that. We will grind his bones between two stones, and we'll bung him in a vat. Then we'll drink his health in nut brown ale, and we'll raise our glasses high. For before that he can live again, John Barleycorn must die. John Barleycorn's to the hangman gone, and this tale I will unfold, for robbing honest Englishmen of their silver and their gold. It's in a grave unmarked by cross nor stone, John Barleycorn is lain, till the summer rains have come and gone, and he rises up again. I still think this has become needlessly messianic. So we'll strike him down and we'll bind him round, and we'll serve him worse than that. We will grind his bones between two stones, and we'll bung him in a vat. Then we'll drink our health in nut brown ale, and we'll raise our glasses high. For before that he can live again, John Barleycorn must die. So we'll strike him down down, and we'll serve him worse than that. We will grind his bones, and we'll bung him in a vat. Then we'll drink his health in nut brown ale, and we'll raise our glasses high. For before that he can live again, John Barleycorn must die. Oh, you notice I got a little wibbly there, and I got a little wibbly there for a very simple fact. I'm distractible. And right now, my lovely wife is currently on the other side of these monitors here, petting a kitty cat in the window. And it's like, oh, the kitty cat, there's my wife. Oh, I am a big sap. I am a big sap. That's part of my appeal, apparently. Oh, my goodness me. How are we doing? Low bridge could be dangerous. Yeah, I enjoy... John Barleycorn is one of those songs, and the best part about this version of John Barleycorn is that it's actually based on another song entirely. The words are very common, but the song, the melody is based on a song written by Stan Rogers about going out to the gas and oil fields in Australia, in Western Australia, called The Idiot. And do check it out. And apparently it's really popular among Morris dancers. I don't know as many Morris dancers as I used to. I know a few. I don't know if any of them watch this show. But, you know, it's just one of those things. And it's usually sung with absolutely no accompaniment whatsoever, which is also kind of weird. But it's Morris dancing, so, you know, you kind of work with what you got, I guess. Oh, let me see. I get wibbly a little bit here and there, Kaylee, because, again, I'm not very good at this. But I'm enthusiastic, and I intend to continue to improve. Yeah, bung that. Yeah, Rich is like, bung that, words that will not go away soon. Well, sir, you know... the word bung is just a word that you just, yeah, it's... When you get down to Renaissance music, everyone is 12 years old. That's about right there. All right. So, yeah, Chris says he knows plenty of Morris dancers, so Chris, hit him up, ask him if they've ever danced to this, because I've seen the notes where I stole the chords chart from, do indicate that is actually a thing. So, hey... Why not? All right, let me see here. Yes, I have been known to engage in more amateur Morris dancing from time to time. Morris dancing, Chris, you'll be happy to know, has actually expanded, and we actually had some Morris dancers of a sort in the parade at Scarborough last year, and I think the year before that. I had only put in a little bit of an appearance the last couple of years, so it's in... Kaylee makes the appropriate bunghole joke. Yes, thank you very much. If you really want to have some fun with this, watch this with the comments being displayed in real time, and you can see my brain dealing with that and dealing with trying to tell you the rest of the story at the same time. So I think I should probably just have a little drink of my lemon lime sparkling seltzer water and retool. There we go. I love it when there's actually conversations happens. Like, yeah, Morris. I like Morris dancing a lot. There's a great dance. I'll have to find it somewhere, where basically Morris dancing and professional wrestling combined, and two dancers basically smacking themselves in the head with aluminum beer trays, and it really gets to like the point of like, you know, old school 1990s hardcore wrestling in a couple of moments. I put that on my feed. I'll put it on my feed again once I find it again. All right, but I digress, which is the other motto, and should be the other motto of the Troubadork show, because if I don't digress, I will simply... It would just be a show with singing, and we have plenty of those. And I want to give y'all something that's more. If I don't interact with the audience, I'm not Tobias the Adequate. It's in my genetic makeup, right? So much so that I've actually forgotten what I was going to sing next. Yes, okay. I know what I'm going to sing next. It's a standard 12-bar blues tune, but I had realized that I had not written a Harry Potter themed song. And I am Hufflepuff, Fruit baby. Took the test, taken several tests. My lovely wife is a Ravenclaw, and there we go. Chris put the link to the song "The Idiot" into the comments, so there we go. I mean, congratulations, Chris. You are one step closer to being an associate producer, so be careful. Okay? You could be responsible for crap if you're not careful. All right. Let's see here. So it's a... Wait, you know what? Let's add a little... Let's add a little rattly to that. It's the return of the $1 Wish.com ukulele shaker. Expense was spared at the Troubadork show. Woke up this morning, crawled out of bed, went down to the dining hall, and here's what they said. They said the world has gone crazy. I asked what they did. They said the boy is coming to Hogwarts. The boy that lived, well, it's hard. It's so hard to be a Hufflepuff. Well, I'm trying to get along now, just trying to play it cool. Gonna do my 7 years and get the heck out of school. But now we're dealing with Dementors, Death Eaters in the halls, and I heard that there's a troll in the girls' bathroom stalls. Well, it's hard. It's so hard to be a Hufflepuff. I've been grinding along for years now. I'm sure you can relate. I want to survive the Forbidden Forest and just graduate. Well, they want us to participate, but we ain't that thrilled. I mean, we gave him Cedric Diggory. They went and got him killed. Still too soon, man. Well, it's hard. It's so hard to be a Hufflepuff. I mean, look. They got 4 houses in Hogwarts. You got the brave ones, the smart ones, the sneaky ones, and us. We gotta clean up after all these people. I mean, that's our job, man. We're the responsible party. Well, the battle lasted all through the day and all through the night, and we're just trying to get our badger skins out of this stupid fight. Well, they were watching the kid with glasses, hoping he'd save the day, and then that little schlub Longbottom grabbed the sword and blew us all away. Well, it's hard to believe he's not a Hufflepuff. I probably didn't hear this. That's what $1.50 plus postage and handling included gets us as far as the rhythm section going. I may eventually invest in something like a stomp box or a tambourine. That assumes that I'm actually coordinated enough to tap my foot and play a ukulele at the same time. I don't guarantee this at all. Oh, if I could give Chris, if I could give you a raise, 200% raise over what I currently pay you. Absolutely, I will certainly do that. Your squids are in the mail. Oh my goodness me. It seems like this show has gone really, really quickly, and most of that is because I'm having a good time with it. I noticed this when I was doing this at Steampunk November, which I hope still happens this year, but we guarantee nothing, which was the first time I did the Troubadork show, and I have a video of that, which I have posted on the YouTubes of the dreaded Friday night 8 p.m. show, which was basically me being the opening act for Voltaire. And that's how I'll phrase it every single time I describe it. It went really well. But, okay, K says, Neville would have been a Hufflepuff if Rowling didn't have a serious house bias. There, I said it. How can you say something so brave and yet so honest? It is true. It is true. And the show's just with like, oh, really? I got to stop now? And I was loading a lot of songs in. This was usually like a 5 or 6 song set. So I guess I'm just having a good time, and the time just kind of whooshes along. There's a whole dynamic between that, doing a music show where people are just here to hang out and have fun, and doing a magic act where I'm trying to draw a crowd and keep a crowd and then do a big hat thing at the end, which is probably a topic for something somewhere. I don't know what. We'll figure it out one day. Maybe it'll be a special. Maybe it'll be a special Patreon track. Rellie's like, I'll get it. I should also mention this. Yes, I want to thank Rellie for being brave and crazy enough to become a sponsor of Adequacy. Thank you. You're going to get stuff. I want to give it 1 month for Patreon to actually, well, get a little money, because otherwise I'm throwing things at Rellie, which I would do anyway, because Rellie's a nifty person and I like her a great deal. But I'll get onto that in a little bit. We got one more song. We should do one more song. And we're going to do that song because I happen to love Eat Bertha's Mussels. It is a wonderful song. I know that if I'm going to perform this on stage, for some stages at least, I would definitely need to get, he said as he's frantically scrolling through to get to the right screen, I would definitely need to get some kind of written permission. I knew that Scarborough was very big on that. And Eat Bertha's Mussels is not traditional. It just seems. I'll get to the Patreon link in a minute here, Richard. Don't panic. It'll be there. It will be there. Trust me. If there's one thing I learned from being a Renaissance Fair act, it's never be ashamed to ask for things. If there's one thing I learned from being a Renaissance act, it is try not to ask for things of the management so much as the patrons. That's a whole nother conversation as well. Oh my God. Kay's giving the link because Kay is awesome. Eat Bertha's mussels, they're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to Bertha's, you'll be in for a rare old treat. Well, a sailor came to Bertha's with a problem most severe. His manly pride had been atrophied by a voyage of 14 years. So he ate a plate of mussels. Now he sings in a different key. His jibbin set right, he'll be back there tonight, and he's not coming back to sea. So eat Bertha's mussels, they're the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to Bertha's, you'll be in for a rare old treat. Now a lady came to Bertha's who wanted a daughter or son. And the doctors had said with a shake of their head that she couldn't have either one. So she ate a plate of mussels and went home to her husband dear. She tuned up his cruth and I'll tell you the truth, they had triplets the very next year. So eat Bertha's mussels, sing the best there is by far. You can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to Bertha's, you'll be in for a rare old treat. They will cure your diarrhea, for your constipation too. At the same time, just swallow a box for the chicken pox, for the measles or the flu. So if you fancy a healthy life, get your daily dosage straight. A plate a day of Bertha's mussels, and you'll live till you're 98. So eat Bertha's mussels, yum, they're the best there is by far. By far you can eat them in the dining room, you can eat them in the bar. So when you're ashore in Baltimore and you fancy a bite to eat, just follow your nose to Bertha's and you'll be in for a rare old treat. I don't know about you, but I feel better. This is once again another lovely, lovely thing. Hey, Lisa, you made it! Fantastic. Lisa, quick question from Lisa, and then we will get into the credits. What kind of camera are you using? Video is crystal clear. I am currently using an iPhone. And I'm using OBS software, which is an open source program for the recording of video that you can stream, record, or do both. And I'm currently doing both right now because I'm going to dump what I'm recording to my YouTube channel. And there's an app for the iPhone called OBS Camera. Now that costs $15. Actually, $15.99, so $16. But it does this amazing job of making this thing completely responsive, and there's no lag that I can tell, there's no gappage, and it's just, I'm very happy with it. I am going to eventually get a USB webcam, but for the moment, this has worked just fantastico. There is, I'm recording it on a Windows computer that I salvaged because I'm an IT nerd, and then just throwing it out here because I have decent Wi-Fi. Because this is legitimately a Wi-Fi connection from my computer down through the floor and off to the side. And that is our technical moment. Hey, Lisa, fantastic to see you. Bazinga, the more of Dundee.
That is appropriate to ask of ops. That is, what is an appropriate thank you gift?
That's true. That's one question that is appropriate to ask of ops. And Rellie can spot me on this, and that is, what is an appropriate thank you gift / bribe? I think I asked her that early on, and I've asked every manager of a fair that from then. Actually, I learned that when I first figured out what's his name? Jan Todd's favorite bribes were, and we started from there. And my wife, my lovely wife, who's over outside of the shot, gave me all of that information. All right, let's.
I found out what Jan Todd's favorite bribe was because I'm an Air Force brat, and my father used to make certain that all of the operations people that he worked with knew how much he appreciated them.
My wife, Amy, without whom I would be dead in a ditch on fire. This has turned out to be a fantastic episode of the Non-Commute Show. All right, let's do some things. First and foremost, hi. Like a lot of people, when I perform, I'd like some cash. If you don't have money, do not panic. Spread the word. Everybody freaks out. Amy! Hi! Everybody says Amy. Richard says that he is an Air Force brat, too. What were Jan Todd's favorite bribes? What were Jan Todd's favorite bribes? It was Oreo cookies were one of them. And I think it was mead, but I can't be sure. But it's long ago enough that we don't actually. Mead and peanut butter cookies. That's a good thing to know. So anyway, tip jars over here. PayPal.me/theadequate, Ko-fi.com/theadequate. Robert and Rick and Emily all went berserk and gave me a little cash, and it's going towards the Get Tobias some better equipment and possibly music lessons fund. That's over there. You can go to SoundCloud.com to listen to some of the stuff I have recorded. I will be recording almost everything that I do in this show as soon as I figure out the legalities of doing cover tunes, and I have to ask some people about that. But I will be recording all my original stuff, and there will be probably a couple of EPs that will go on to Bandcamp eventually, one of which will be called The Internet Writes My Songs, and then one will be called And Then I Wrote, and then the third one will probably be called Despite Popular Demand. You can find the old shows at facebook.com/Tobias the Adequate, which is the official Tobias the Adequate website, and also in little tiny print right under there at youtube.com/MPLEGARE, because the Adequate was already taken when I got a YouTube account. Actually, no. As a matter of fact, that's exactly how that happened. If it ever goes away, I'm grabbing that one too, because, branding. So, Carpe Diem Comics is the official emotional support comic shop of Tobias the Adequate podcast, which will eventually come back. Hopefully, the Troubadork show, which will go on until they tell me I have to start driving back to work again. And just me in general, because Shadow and Liz and Pancake, the Carpe Diem's pup, and the whole crowd out there are wonderful people. You can find them in McKinney, Texas, but bring a mask. Or you can go to their website, carpediemcomicsonline.square.site, and you can order stuff from them there. And if you have a local comic shop, local gaming shop, local craft shop, support them. Even if it's just like buying a gift card or something, because a gift card, gift certificate, is a present to your future self. Oh yeah, Patreon. It's already been posted in the chats, but we have patreon.com/theadequate, and thanks to Rellie and John and Brian and Laureen and Alysia, and I think Richard just lost his tiny mind and decided to pitch in as well. You guys are amazing. Basically what it is there's like 4 levels of patronage, and it starts at $1 a month. That's it. $12 a year. And goes up from there, and the idea is that eventually if I get famous enough or get enough people who are chipping in, I will make things into a bigger thing here, and eventually I will move into another room and we'll set it all up like an actual studio, and it'll be kind of amazing and cool. We hope. This is all being run very much off the cuff. And Patreon peeps, you will see a video on the patreon.com site that is a literal live shot of this rig that I have here, in all of its completely cobbled together glory, on a folding table in a room that it really shouldn't be in. Wow. This has been a lot of fun. Thank you all for coming to see the show. Thank you all for chatting in the chat. I love interacting with people. This is good, because it also tells me that, y'all are there. We have cats arguing in the background. I'll tell you about the cats in another show. Assuming we do more, we'll do more. We'll do at least 3 more, because I'll be here for at least the rest of this week, and I do shows on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I take Friday off. That's when we go out into the world and do things, and then, of course, the weekends we take a freaking break, because a lot of people have their own live shows, and I don't want to tread on other acts. This is really kind of me getting ready to pitch this to a number of fairs and festivals, and it is basically a kind of a live rehearsal, open rehearsal with online heckling and commentary, and I really love that. You guys are fantastic, and thank you so much for doing this with me, because if you weren't here, I'd be doing this to no one, and that's probably a cry for help.
At that point, you would be annoying your wife.
At that point, I'd be annoying my wife. There you go, folks. Oh, so thank you all so very much. I'm going to do a quick fade over here to the card, because I like to put a little tags up into... I'm going to use the cursor for this. Right in this area right here, you see. That's where you put all the links in YouTube. So that we'll do that, and then we'll fade to black, because I like to do that. Because I like to see who wants to stick around long enough to hear what I have to say at the very end, right before I completely turn off everything, just to make sure that you don't miss anything after the credits. I mean, I'm not Joss Whedon, but I still think it's kind of cool. See y'all next time.